Before we begin, you need to update your AL9 Chordmaker device to the latest version, 1.4. You can download that from Gumroad. If you've downloaded it before, you won't have to pay, of course. And go ahead and update that before we start this. I just added some new features that are going to make this a lot easier. In this video, I'm going to show you how to add a custom chord to the AL9 Chordmaker device. I designed this device to be easier to add your own chords, but there isn't an interface on the front end. We have to actually edit the device itself in Max. And here's how we do that. So you've got your device loaded into Live. Click on the Edit button. The first thing you're going to have to do before you can change anything here is click on this snowflake to unfreeze the device. And that will open the device in Max. Click on this icon here, the patching mode icon, and that will take you out of the presentation mode and put you in patching mode. Now we can see the guts of the device here. To add a chord, there's two changes you need to make. First is in this list here. This is a list of the chord names, and this is what populates the selectors. So you'll start by adding your chord name to this box here. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to add a minor 11th chord. So we're just going to put that in here after the dominant 11th chord. M11. Now you'll notice that this is basically just a space-separated list. And if you're familiar with Max, you'll know this is just a list. This is the format that you need to use if you've got a name. If you want to put a space in your name for some reason, you've got to use quotes around it. But generally speaking, it's best to stick to something pretty concise. You don't want it to overrun the selector, because that just won't look good. So we've added our minor 11th chord name to this list here. The second thing we need to do is define the actual chord. Now the chord definitions are in this object down here, down in the lower right hand corner. Command click on that to open that up, and you can see here are all our chord definitions. The way this works is you've got this object here called a chord logic object, and basically the arguments to that object define the chord. So let's find our 11th chord. In order to add a new chord, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and make sure you unlock it first. I'm going to copy this and add my new chord here. So here, this is the name of the chord, and this has to match exactly what you typed in the other box that populates the selector. That's because the way this works is it finds a string match. So it's got to be, first of all, a unique string, and second of all, it's got to be an exact match. So we had M11. Next is, these are the offsets. So 0 is the root, 4 is the third, etc., etc. In this case, you can have up to 6 notes in your chord. Doesn't have to be 6, but it can't be more than 6. It just won't do it. So for the minor 11th chord, we need 0, 3 for your minor third, 7, 10, 14, and 17. So that defines our minor 11th chord. It's pretty similar to the dominant 11th chord, it just has a flatted third. And so now to hook this up, all we have to do is run a line from here. Oh, there we go. Run a line from here to there. That's it. We're done. All the magic happens inside this object. All this is doing here is just transferring the offset sequence to the main trunk, and that goes to determine your chord. This is done. All you have to do here is save, Command S, and then this has your new chord here. Save that, Command S, close the window, go back to live, and let's see if our chord is there. There we are, M11. Play a note. There's my minor 11th chord.